everybody, and welcome to episode 7 of Jules TV. I am like fangirling right now. Like, I am so excited because today I am literally joined with like the 70s queen, photoshoot queen, Instagram queen, Emily. Hi, Emily. How are you?
I'm great. How are you?
I'm doing so good. I am so excited because we're going to talk about like modeling and Instagram and photo shoots. That's going to be so great. So excited that you're here. Do you want to just start off by introducing yourself and your socials and where everyone can find you?
Sure. My name is Emily Stevens. I'm 18 and I'm on Instagram and TikTok at Emily G. Stevens.
Yes, and all of Emily's socials will be linked down below in case you want to go check her out, because you definitely want to go check her out. So awesome. So I wanted to just start off because you're absolutely like killing the Instagram game. And so what has your Instagram journey been like? And like, when did you start? What inspired you to start? All things like that.
So I actually, I started first. I've always had Instagram, and it's just been a great place to like post pictures of my friends and family, and I really have loved it. And it was kind of over quarantine when I realized that I could be more creative with it. And I took off on TikTok during quarantine, and that was really fun. That was where like the traction started. But my Instagram was still like my own. So they were like two separate worlds kind of. So like I could make my Mamma Mia content, fun content on TikTok, and then I had like my Instagram. And I'm like, no one's gonna know about my Instagram. Like, it's not a big deal. Like I can just have a normal Instagram. And then I posted a few reels, and if you know anything about Instagram right now, Instagram is taking off on reels. So then I think those started to get noticed, and people were like, oh, hey. And then I just started to have more fun with it, I think, and like edit my pictures and not really worry about what other people on Instagram were doing, but kind of just do my own thing and do what spoke to me. And I think it's spoken to a couple other people. So it's been really crazy and really fun, but I'm so honored to do what I do.
For sure. And your content is so unique. And like, I honestly have never seen anyone's Instagram like yours is. And I think that's so amazing that you managed to like curate such an awesome feed that's like just like you. And it's so cool. You're doing so well.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah,
So
it's definitely been like a crazy, like a thing that I never thought I would be able to like express myself so clearly through that. So yeah, it's been great.
yes, it's so awesome. So I know that you recently kind of went on a decades shoot. I was watching one of your YouTube videos about it. It was so fun. And so I want to hear like the whole process of a shoot. So from finding a location, a photographer, getting ready, finding your outfits, location, like all things like that. Take us through the whole thing.
Okay. So I think obviously first in a shoot, if I'm planning for one, my biggest thing that I'm looking at is the fit, obviously, because that's what, is going to be like the star of the show. So I want to make sure the fit is great. And most of the time I'll plan a fit maybe around like a piece of jewelry. Like if I have a brand deal for earrings, then I'll like do an entire fit around those earrings, and it'll be really cohesive. And I love doing that. Styling is like the most fun thing ever. I just could style outfits all day. I love it. And so the fit is definitely the most important one. And then, so I'll be honest, like most of my Instagram, I don't know if people can tell this, but they're literally in my backyard. So my location is pretty much finding out what's cohesive with the look. And then for the photo shoot vlog that you watched, that was my friend, Shots by Isabella. She's a super talented photographer. And if I have friends that are photographers, then they decide like the location and all like the logistics. But yeah, and I think like with getting ready, I'll be honest, I really just wear like mascara and stuff. So makeup is not a big like factor for me. I kind of just like, it's all about the fit really. And so I think like with the photo shoot that I did with my friend, that was definitely like they had like makeup people there, and it was like a little bit more of a big deal, but it was so fun all the same. And I seriously like, it's something that I want to do for a long time because there's just so much joy and like creative freedom and like photo shoots, and I think it's so great. And I literally never would have thought I would be the person to like enjoy that kind of stuff. So it's amazing. It's so fun.
That's awesome. Yeah, that vlog was so cool to watch because I feel like you don't see a lot of like behind the scene photo shoot videos very often. And like,
Yeah.
I've never been on a like photo shoot like that before. So that was so amazing to see just like how that whole thing happened, your different outfits, like the outfit changes and the hair changes, makeup, whatever. That was so awesome.
Yeah, I
So
will say like for people that if you want to do like a photo shoot or whatever, like planning is like important. I never thought that planning would be something that I would have to factor in. But like for me, if I'm going, this feels so like influencery of me to say. But like if I'm going somewhere and I know there's like a great location there and it's not my backyard, I will like pack a fit that I've planned and I know will like look good with the background so that I can like change and like if someone is there and like available, or I like take photos of my own myself. But yeah, it's the planning is the great thing because we planned all those outfits and everything, and that makes you feel like really relaxed on the actual day of the photo shoot. But it's really fun.
I'm sure, yeah, because then you're just focused on like getting the good shots and poses and things like that. So
Yeah.
that's so awesome. So I wanted to ask, you have so many amazing photos on your Instagram. So which one do you think is your favorite? And also, like, where are some of your favorite places to shoot photos?
Okay, so I'm going to have a giveaway soon, and the photos that I took for the giveaway, I really like. I wasn't expecting, and most of the time, honestly, what I expect to be my favorite sometimes isn't, and what I like just shoot randomly, like very rushed, very just like take a picture. Sometimes those are my favorite. So I think it really depends. It's like you never know what will like turn out really great. But I don't know. I mean, I was really happy with the ones that I took where I'm in like a hippie, um it was for the brand deal for the earrings, but I was in like a hippie like maroon skirt with like a black turtleneck. And I think that was like the first time that I really like worked to put an outfit together, and I was really proud with like the outcome. And I was really blown away by the response. Like I have to say, like I understand that like they're like very genuine, kind like comments, and I'm so thankful for those. But I definitely post because it's something that I love, not for like others' gratification or like um someone else to be like comment about how like beautiful or whatever. Like I'm very thankful for those people and they're so genuine and kind. But I think you definitely have to post for you. And you have to post what you feel confident in and what you love. And yeah, so I think probably that one. Or honestly, the photo shoot with my friend was super fun. And I also have some fun pics of like my friends and my family on there too. Cause I definitely, while I love editing and like planning and making a cohesive feed, I get like so insecure when there's like so many pictures of myself at once. I'm like, all right, this is a little too much Emily. We need some like friends, we need some other like things in there. So I'm working to make it more like casual and more just like hopefully to just inspire others that this is truly like a creative app and it's a creative outlet for you, and that kind of thing.
That's awesome. And I think that's so amazing how like what you said about, posting like for yourself, because at the end of the day, the only one who's like encouraging you to keep on is you. So you have to
Yeah.
love it in order to really want to keep going and keep improving. And I think that's so amazing. And I also like some of your photos have really, really adorable edits on them. So do you like plan the edit ahead of time, or do you just take the picture like, I think like some stars would look cute there? Or like, how does that work?
Okay, so that's a really good question. I PixArt, shout out to you, PixArt, sponsor me, because that's like how I edit. That's how I edit
Yes.
my photos. And I discovered that from like following other content creators and being inspired by others that use PixArt. So I think it's hard because I think I go back and forth because some photos I like don't edit and then others I do. And I kind of like that because at first I was like, oh gosh, like if I'm gonna edit one, I gotta edit all of them. And I think I kind of will edit some that I really like, and others I'm like, no, like this is great as it is. Like I don't think I'm gonna add anything else. But yeah, so with planning the edit though, that's a good question. I think I think honestly most of the time I take the picture and then I go in Pixar and I'm like, how can we make this more groovy? Like that's pretty much my
Love
thought
that.
process. Because I'm just like for the ones that I take in my backyard, I'll be like, okay, no one needs to
Gotta
be looking at this
groovify
dead grass.
this.
Yeah, no more dead grass. We're gonna put in some records to hide the dead grass.
Yes.
So,
That's
yeah, and that's
amazing.
another thing. Like, if you are like shooting something and you're like, my backyard is Uggo, like all these locations, like I don't have any good locations and easy places to access for photos because like it is a lot to drive somewhere every time you want to take a photo and like plan an outfit and everything. So, if you're like struggling with that, and edits are such a great way to like just enhance it and make it like your own. So yeah.
Yeah, that's so awesome. And I loved your most recent post too with your your go-go boots, those were sick. The blue ones,
Yes,
so
I'm
cool. But how you
obsessed.
matched, yeah, and you matched the stars in the background to the boots, and it made
Yeah.
me so happy when I saw that. I was like, "Girl's killing it. She's doing so
Oh my
well."
God. No, that was like literally what I just said, how I like went in and was like, how can we make this more sick?
Yeah.
But I think like, yeah, like that was one that I went in Pixar and I was like, that one really stumped me because I was like, I want to do stars, but I don't want to take away from the boots. But then like, I'll look up like keywords, which are literally like groovy, blue stars, like just basic words like that. And then stuff will come up and it's really just like a trial and error process. But honestly, just like laying in my bed editing pics is just really fun and it's something that I like to do.
I'm sure. That's so awesome. So this question I have like been dying to ask you. I'm so excited. But how do you know how to pose? And like, do you have any tips for like new like modelers and like how they pose? Because in your behind the scenes vlog, like you were just whipping out these poses. You look so great. And like how? Like I need all the tips.
Okay. I'll give you all my tips.
Yes.
That's like hilarious because I definitely when I started taking photos of like just me, that was when I kind of was like, all right, girl, we cannot look awkward anymore. Like it's just you. There's no other friends in the picture to hide your awkwardness. Like you need to figure this out. So yeah, let me tell you, it definitely was a trial and error process. Like I'll say my process for taking some pictures is I do a video and then I screenshot from the video poses that I do. That way you're not like stressed about like pressing the camera. Like you just press a video, go in front of it and literally just vibe. Like just find whatever works for you. And then I'll stop and rewatch the video and be like, that worked, that didn't. And then I'll go back and like try again. So it's definitely a trial and error process. And I think like I'm sure like actual content creators, that's not what they do. Like they have like a legit camera and they like just put it on like the shutter mode or something. And I know that like your quality is a little bit decreased if you screenshot a video, but for me, it's been working and I don't think it's been like terrible. So I like to use that method. But honestly, I found like some people like hate their side profile. I don't really like I'm not like detested by it. So for me, I like to do like I'll just look to either side. And I think that's something in a lot of my photos, I look to like one side and I'm like, I've been realizing that recently. I'm like, I need to switch this up because I'm looking the same direction in like all these photos. But yeah, so I look to either side. Hands on hips is definitely a good one. I think honestly, my hands, because that's something that I'll take photos and be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your hands? So I think for me, like, putting hand on hip, like playing with your hair, props are a big thing, like sunglasses, like anything to hold, a drink, like a bag, just anything natural to hold that will make you feel like you're doing something and that'll make you feel so much less awkward. I'm trying to think of
really
anything
good to
else.
know.
Yeah, definitely props or something. When I first heard of people like recommending props, and all of this I've learned like watching others and TikTok and that kind of thing. But when other people were recommending props, I was like, gosh, I don't want it to look staged, but a prop actually helps you like look less staged if you think about it. So that's really cool.
That's really good to know. Yeah.
And I'm trying to think if there's anything else. And I also think like if you're doing a post around like a brand deal or you're featuring something else that you love, like don't be afraid to make that like the star of the show. Like if you like are focusing attention on that, then it takes it off of yourself and it makes it like I guess more fun to take pictures. But yeah, I'm trying to think if I have
That's
any
so
more.
good to know about like taking a video and like
Oh,
then
girl,
looking
yeah.
back. I had never thought about that. I'm gonna
Yeah.
have to play around with that because that's really good to know. Because then
No,
you can
do
actually
it.
see like how it looks.
No, do that. And make sure
fun.
your camera's always on like live. I don't know if you take photos on like your iPhone or a camera. For me, I'm just starting out, so I still take them on like my phone. But
Yeah, that's awesome.
I always make sure they're on live, especially so I do a video if like I'm taking my own pictures, but my mom and my brother are very gracious and will help me out sometimes. And when they take photos of me, I always put it on live because then I just have them snap photos so that when I go in and edit, if I'm like this photo's weird, but I know I was doing something cool before it, you can like find it in the live and then use that photo and it works out too.
That's awesome. Okay. So many great tips. Oh my gosh, I can't wait to go out and take pictures after this now.
You better.
So the last like, structured question that I have for you is, I mean, when you go on your Instagram, you're just bombarded with this amazing 70s vibe. Like it's so awesome. Like I love it. So what drew you to like that 70s era?
Okay, so I definitely, my entire life, I've had such an obsession and love for past decades. Like, I grew up watching like 50s sitcoms and like just movies of that era, like old movie musicals, like black and white movies, like just that stuff. Like, I really just felt in such a passion and love for that. So, I think my love for past trends and all that kind of thing has just been that's been such a big part of my life. And I think my favorite movie is Mamma Mia, as you can tell. And that's definitely factored in like my closet and like just my whole aesthetic because I kind of realized after watching that movie, all of people ask me like, why do you love it so much? Like, how has it become such this like big part of your life? And I honestly think the joy and the happiness and the just like freedom that you feel when you watch that movie and you like live through the characters and like you just see all of that is like what I want to fill my life with. Cause I'm kind of like, if you love something so much, why would you not want to like completely fill your life with that? Like, if you're watching movies and you see like people dress like the 60s and you're like, I am obsessed with that look. Like, I love that look. It's like, this is your life. Like, why not dress like that every day? Like, we have the freedom to do that. And like, it's really the little things that just make me so happy. And I think definitely the 70s fashion trends, when I started like looking at them and really like evaluating my closet and seeing others that were dressing like that in today's society, I was like, no, like the confidence and the serotonin I get when I wear these outfits is insane. And I'm like, if I could do this every day, and then I'm like, why can't I? And that goes for anyone. Like, even if your love for clothes and your love for fashion is not a past decade, like it's the trends of today. If you find confidence in those, like wear them. So I think clothes for me has been a big passion that I never thought would be such a big passion of mine. But I just like I saw this quote. I'm sorry, I'm like rambling right now, but I
No,
saw this.
no, keep going. This is amazing. I'm like crying over here. Like, what the heck? This is so beautiful. Oh my
Okay.
God.
Well, I saw this, I was watching this Netflix series. It was called like Lily and Dash or something. It was like a Christmas time or
Oh,
something.
yes.
Yeah,
Know that
okay.
one.
So
Mhm.
I was watching it and this girl said this quote in it and I was like shook. It was so good. I've like never forgotten it. And it was your clothes is a reflection of your inside on your outside, and why would you want to leave that to mass manufacturers? And that really stuck with me because I was like it blew my
Life
mind because I was like,
changed.
yeah, I literally was like, "Oh my gosh, why would I?" Like, that's so true. Like, what you wear is really a reflection of your inside. Like, if you're feeling like bummed out and lazy and tired, you're gonna be in sweats and a sweatshirt. If you are like owning your day and like gonna have so much fun at lunch with your friends, you're gonna dress in a cute fit to like express yourself. And clothes are really just an expression of your inside, like your heart. And I think um that was such a big change for me. And it really made me think. I was like, because I've been thrifting since like middle school. Like that was when I kind of started. And I was like, wait, like this is way more my vibe than like a department store. And so I think definitely just realizing that like, and I know like for me, it's something you can control in your life. There's so many things that we like can't control in our life, but like how you dress and how you like rock every single day of your life, that is in your control. And so I think people just need to own that. And I've definitely learned through social media, like the people that I thought would like judge me for that and the people that I was like, nah, like this is gonna be a little scary. Those were the people that were like, this is so cool that you're doing this. And like I know I go to church and on Sunday mornings, like when I see my friends, my friends are like incredible and they're all like we all have completely different aesthetics. Like they do not dress like I do at all and I don't dress like them at all. And it's like this great blend of like creativity and it's so fun. It's like I have like so many friends that will just wear like dresses and like nice shirts to church and like I roll up in like the collared shirt with the bell bottoms and I've just kind of realized that like that's me and like that's great. And the people that love that and the people that like respect you for that, those are the people you need in your life. And if you have people that are like judging you for that, like that honestly means that they're jealous. They don't have the energy to do that. Like they're seeing you and they're like, wow, like I wish I could dress like that. And so sometimes, people there are mean people in the world, but there are also incredible people in the world. So I
Mhm.
think I really just went off on a really big tangent. But yeah, dressing 70s has just honestly, it's about what makes you most confident. And for me, that's what makes me most confident.
That was amazing. Like, I was just like holding on to every single word that you were saying. That was so amazing because it's crazy how clothes can have so much of an importance in someone's life, whether, you know, it's creativity, finding who you are as a person. And like the other thing, no one cares. Like
No, literally.
nobody cares. Like the
Literally.
first day I wore like a midi skirt. I love wearing like super dressy clothes, whatever. First day I wore a midi skirt to school, I was like freaking out. I was like,
Yep.
everyone's gonna be like, why is she wearing that? Whatever. And it was the same thing. Everyone's like, oh my God, love that skirt. Like,
Yep.
you're killing it. And you're like, wait, nobody can. Like, I'm walking down the hallway. I'm like, wow, everyone's staring at my skirt. No one is. Literally no one. Everyone is more focused on themselves. So
no, I'm so glad you brought up that point because that's so true. I remember like when I started high school, my mom was like, everyone is so concerned about them that they're not noticing you. And you think everyone is staring at you. You always do. And they're not. And like, I think, and if they are staring at you, like that's their thing.
That's on them.
Yeah. And I'm so glad you said that though about the like people don't care. Like, and I've thought about that because I'm like, do I really want to be like people be at my funeral saying I dressed boring or like not having anything to say about my clothes? Like, no, like you want, that's so true. Like it literally does not matter. And like I would hate to have like a regret that like or dress later in life and be like, man, I wish I dressed like this in high school or I wish I dressed like this more around my friends. And I'll say for me, like whenever the first time I wore bell bottoms to school, I was the exact same as you. And it's always the first time. Once you get over the first time, then you're set.
Fine.
But yeah, the first time I remember like my math teacher came over to me and was like, those were the exact pants that I wore in high school. She was like, that is incredible that you're wearing those. And like, I could tell it really like took her back to like a point in her life, something. It was just crazy. It was such a cool moment. And I was like, no, this is why people need to like dress how they want to dress.
I know. It's so amazing. Like literally clothes just have such, and like, I remember there's this one time and this girl came up to me and she was like, Jules, I bought a midi skirt because I saw you wearing one. And then she was like, oh my God, I'm wearing a dress because like you wore one the other day. And I was like sobbing. I'm like, thanks. Like that's the biggest compliment that anyone can give me is like, when you can give someone else confidence to wear the clothes they want to wear.
I know,
it's like
exactly
the best thing that could ever happen.
No, like, that's so true. That's like if literally I think this happened yesterday. This girl like DM'd me and was like, I've been wanting to buy bell bottoms for so long, but I was so scared. And like I saw your post and everything and I decided to buy them and like I love them. And I literally was like, I cannot even believe that I have the honor of like inspiring other people to do that. Like because that is so important. And so exactly what you were saying, like whether you know it or not, whether you even see it or not, people will be inspired by you when you are truly yourself.
I know. We could literally go on for hours about this. Yeah. Like, oh my God. Like, you need to come on again and we'll just talk all about confidence to wear what you want because that's happening.
I would be so honored.
Stay tuned for that. That's going to be amazing. Oh my God. Okay. I'm like, I don't know how to follow up from that. That's so great. So quickly, I wanted to move on to our rapid fire questions. All right, so I've kind of made a little update to our rapid fire questions. So Emily's going to be our guinea pig for today. But I have 10 questions. You know, you guys know rapid fire questions, just random things. But I have a timer and it's for 60 seconds. So we're going to see if we can answer 10 questions in 60 seconds. So let's pull up this timer quickly and let's just get going. Okay, so here we go. The timer's going to start very soon. I'm like nervous. All right, so question number 1. Your favorite piece in your closet?
My gold go-go boots.
Yes. 2, favorite makeup product?
Mascara.
Yeah. Favorite place to shop for clothes?
Depop.
Oh, good. Yes, we'll talk about that soon. Your current favorite people to follow on Instagram?
Mallory on the Moon, Lo Beeston, and I guess my friends.
Yep. Something that you would put on your lifelong bucket list?
Like to be in a movie.
Yes. If you could travel anywhere, where would you go?
Greece.
Yep. If you could, a person you would trade closets with, can be a fictional character or a real one.
Donna Sheridan.
Yep. Favorite song?
Okay, honestly, recently I've been like listening to Levitating because that one just goes off. So yeah.
Yes. Last one. Hobbies other than social media.
Soccer.
Yes. Oh my
We
God,
did
that was
it.
low-key stressful. We did it.
I
High
know.
five. That was so fun. Okay, I feel like that timer went by like faster than 60 seconds, but it's fine. It's totally fun.
No, that was really good. You should totally do the timer again.
Okay,
I
that was
could
fun.
feel the pressure.
I know. All right. So now, before we end off this live, I'm going to turn over the interviewing to everyone at home. So we're going to answer your live questions. All right. So I asked you guys some questions on Instagram, and also ask a ton of questions in the chat box too that you're just wondering. It can be about literally anything. It doesn't have to be about social media or Instagram. So some of the questions that you guys said, and this one I'm excited for, is how do you deal with comparison between yourself and other creators?
Oh, okay. Honestly, that's funny that you would say other creators because I actually feel like I view other creators more as like inspiration and kind of like we're all working towards the same thing, which is like inspiring others and like helping others, live their best life. At least that's what I'm here to do. I don't know if other like creators have a different vision or mission, but that's funny. I actually feel like I compare myself sometimes more, I guess maybe, yeah, to other creators. I was gonna say I feel like I compare myself sometimes more in real life to like people at my school or like my friends. But I think honestly, I think when you revisit the fact that like we're all here like trying to do the same thing and everyone has a different, I think for me, like my niche is like kind of more specific. So I think that helps a lot because my best friend is the only other like creator in my niche that I know of. And so it's like we're like working side by side, like we're like teammates, so we can like help each other out when we're like, hey, what about this brand deal? Hey, what about this like photo? Like we do this thing called like proof where we'll literally text each other and be like, proof this for me. And then we'll like send like what we're gonna post on Instagram or like help with edits, that kind of thing. So there's honestly freedom in having friends that are creators because they understand. But I think honestly just remembering that like everyone is unique, everyone has a different story, and we're all working towards the same thing.
That's really good. Yeah, definitely like a mindset shift. Like what you said, instead of like comparison and competition, more like collaborative, like
Yeah.
and inspiration too. Like you
Oh yeah.
I think that's really, really good. So I know, correct me if I'm wrong, you're in college, right?
I'm a senior in high school. I'll be a freshman in college in the fall.
Oh, okay. All right. So do you know what you want to study in college?
Yes, I'm going to have a BFA in theater with an emphasis on acting because I've done theater my entire life. And then I'm probably going to have like a minor or some other degree in like business or social media.
Awesome. You have to get some sort of fashion design in there or something.
So my roommate is going to major in fashion merchandising. So I'm really excited for that.
You
And
guys can like collab.
well, I'm really excited to see like what she learns and like all of that stuff because that world is so new to me, but it's so interesting.
That's awesome. That's so good. Okay, so then the very, very last question that I have, you're obviously doing so well on Instagram, but you have a YouTube channel as well. So what inspired you to start that channel?
Oh, okay. So actually I used to I would post like the occasional like guitar cover or something on YouTube, and then I took them down because I was just like, no, this isn't the move. But I think honestly it was some of my friends at school and like my friends, this was I just remember this specifically, but my one of my really good friends, her little sister, she came up to me and was like, can you start a YouTube channel? And I was like, oh girl, I was like, that's uncharted territory. Like that's a whole nother world. YouTube
Hold
is
up.
like so different. And she was
Yeah.
like, no, like I would literally watch all your videos. Like I think it would be so great. Like you should do it. And I was just like, that was when I kind of was like, this could actually happen. Like I could actually make this work. And I definitely felt the pressure at first. I was like, I don't have a camera. I don't have this. Like I don't have all these like things that all these people have. And then I realized that like it wasn't about that. It was really about like another, I guess, another platform for me to just like share the same message, blah, share the same message like across like all platforms about like just really doing you, living your best life, and like just inspiring others, and honestly like doing what I love to do. And so honestly, it's been amazing. There's so much creative freedom there, and I've been able to do some things there that I haven't been able to do on Instagram or TikTok. Like you can really get in depth about things that you love, and I love that on YouTube. So yeah, I think honestly people just like pouring into me and being really encouraging and asking me. And I also, another thing that like encouraged me to start it was, so I got the question every single day of like, where do you get your clothes? Where do you shop for clothes? How do you find clothes? All that stuff. So I was like, the only way I can answer this like question, and I like to go in depth. So I was like, the only way I can answer this question to the best of my ability is to make a whole YouTube video. So I was like, okay, I'll just make this video, you know, we'll see how it goes. And that was that. And the response was like really good, and I was really shook. And so I was like, all right, let's try to like be consistent and like do every Wednesday and like actually come up with content ideas. And now it is the most fun thing ever. And I have so much joy in it, I think, because even if I had 0 subscribers, I think I would still post videos and I would still edit them because it's something that I love to do and it's so much fun.
Yeah, I know. I feel like a common theme throughout this whole live has been just like starting or just doing it. Like the first time is going to be so scary, but it's the same thing. First time you wear bell bottoms, first time you wear a skirt or a dress to school, first time you post a YouTube video. Once you do it, it's like, you've got it. You've got the hard part done.
Yeah, you're like I can do anything.
Yeah, you're like invincible. Like
yeah, literally.
So those are all of the questions that I have for you today, but this was so much fun. Like, holy crap. I'm so excited that I had you on and that we talked about so many amazing things.
No, I'm so honored to be here. Thank you so much.
Of course. I mean, oh my God, this was so fun. Everyone at home, thank you so much for joining. Please go check out all of Emily's socials. They will be linked down below, and we will see you next time. Bye.